We have great discussions because we don't argue about anything. We just share what we think and feel, and it's okay.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it works out. I had an evil mother and treated her really badly, and her husband allowed it. Unfortunately, I was still her mother. And they were into this religious thing, you know, like very sort of Christianized, very fundamentalist kind of thing. He was getting into it, and the mother-in-law was into it. So he's saying to Don one day, Don, you better get it together here, and you know, if you want to go to heaven. And she said, heaven, is your mother going there? And he says, well, yes, she is. And Donna says, then why would I want to go there? So that's the kind of stories I get.
You might have to pray again.
Thank you, Corey. Welcome, everybody, on this 4th of July weekend, and happy holiday to you. I hope you had a nice weekend, and to all those who are watching online as well. Not so sunny today, so boring. So, but we can still smile, right? Yes, thank you. We will begin our service with prayer of the children of love right on the front of your songbook. If you would please stand and join us in that.
Father, Mother, God, your kingdom come, your holy will be wholly done. Spirit, source of love, your children sing, flow through us now in everything. love be there, and so it is. Back at the top. Father, Mother, God, your kingdom come, your holy will be wholly done. Spirit, source of love, your children sing, flow through us now in everything. Father, Mother, God, your children pray, be loved in us in every way.
Now I invite you to relax a little bit. Find a comfortable place in your seat. Let your shoulders drop. And let's do our 3 fellowship breaths with an audible ah on the out breath. Let's breathe in. Breathe in. One more time, breathing in. Just follow your breath. And I invite you to bring yourself fully into this moment right now. Body, mind, and spirit. As we relax our bodies, we continue to feel any stress or anything that we're holding. Just let that flow out. Lay down any of the cares of the world. As we place our attention and focus on the one divine presence, the substance of all that is. A vast, unlimited, unbounded oneness that we live, move, and have our being in. We open our awareness to this life force and feel this powerful energy illuminating our entire being. And we give thanks for the deep knowing that the vitality and wisdom and peace of God is always ours. That miracles are our birthright. We gather together today in spiritual community, one in love. And as we settle in to participate in today's service, let us set the intention to see, hear, and speak only love. And with open hearts, we share our loving energy with one another and with all on this planet. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you so much. Some very special music from Corey Williams. Let's give him a warm welcome.
Thank you. This is a song that Bill suggested for today. It's Neil Diamond's I Am, I Said. It's a song about a man lost between two worlds and finding himself, his I Am, in the middle, in the midst of it all. It's fine, the sun shines most of the time, and the feeling is laid back. Palm trees grow and rents are low, but you know, I keep thinking about making my way back. Well, I'm New York City, born and raised, but nowadays I'm lost between two shores. LA's fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine no more. I am myself. You know I'm there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair. I am, I cry. I am, said I, and I am lost, and I can't even say why. Leaving me lonely still. Did you ever read about the frog who dreamed of being a king and then became one? Well, except for the names and a few other changes, if you talk about me, the story is the same one. But I've got an emptiness deep inside, and I've tried, but it won't let me go. And I'm not a man who likes to swear, but I never cared for the sound of being alone. And I am, I said, you know I'm there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair. I am, I cried. I am, said I, and I'm so lost and lonely. I am, I say. Then through the air I hear my voice ring back from everywhere. I am, I cry. I am, say I, and now I found myself, and I am all right. I am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Corey. We have a fellowship song to sing right now, so I invite you to turn to page 25, and we'll stand and sing It's in Every One of Us.
It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, by and by. It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up all your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing how. It's in every one of us now, right now.
standing as you greet your neighbors, hugs and handshakes.
Neighbor. Peace. Hello, neighbor.
Hey, neighbor. Did you ever see that Mr. Rogers movie with Tom Hanks?
Oh, yes, yes.
It's really good.
Yes. Yeah, that song. Oh.
Like at the very end.
Oh, okay. And Nancy. I'm in trouble. Good to see you. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I like it when we just organically find our way back to our chairs. It's good. It's good. I am very happy to introduce our speaker this afternoon and eager to see what he has prepared for us. Let's give Bill Diedrich a warm welcome.
Hi.
Hi, Bill.
Coming through? Yes? Okay, good. Good. So yeah, I did ask Corey last week about doing that song. I've been to Grand Ledge does outdoor music every Thursday night during the summer. And there's a Neil Diamond tribute band. And they sang that song, and I go, oh, I like that. So I asked Corey about it. He jumped in it, of course, learned it in a week, made it his own, and performed it for us. Thank you. The other story I had is I did spend quite a bit of time working on this talk. I had a talk I had already given that was this, but then I revamped it, so that was a bunch of time. Then I spent some time yesterday, spent a bunch of time today. Then I took all my notes and summarized my notes and put them on little cards, and I left my cards at home. So, but I think I'll be okay because I brought your notes. I have notes for you, which you'll get in a little bit. Anyway, the title for my talk is Interconnection, I Am. And it's about making that interconnection that we all have. We don't need to make it, we just need to acknowledge it and make use of it. I found, over the last few months, I found myself in a place of a lot of anxiety. And it was pretty easy for me to understand why. I'm used to working, to being out there giving talks, coaching people, or being in the middle of a writing project. And over the last couple of months, things have kind of slipped away. And projects ended, whatever. And so I find myself with strings of days with nothing really planned. So that was interesting as well as anxious. So with the anxiety, of course, I would wake up in the morning with it and just sit with it, and just let myself feel it, walk with it, let it be there. And as for the mental part of it, I just called and made some appointments and actually met with some people and former clients, and it was fun. They were very good meetings, and we'll see if anything comes of it. But the thing that stood out for me is identity. That for so long I've identified as speaker, coach, writer, author, that when I don't have that, then who am I? And so I really had to look at that a little more deeply because I didn't have that to rely on. As long as I got work coming, I don't really have to think about it that much because I'm just preparing, following through, doing my job, enjoying it. I always enjoy it. But having not a whole lot, and yeah, I could get myself busy, or I could get into a million escapes like, I don't know, eating sweets, watching bad TV, watching movies, whatever, all the things that we do out there to avoid how we feel. And I probably did a little bit of that. But I didn't avoid how I was feeling. And what I decided to do then was to have an affair. And so I had this affair. And we've been together we've known each other forever. We've been together many times. And when we're with each other, I feel joyful. I feel a lot of love. And when I'm not, I feel anxiety and that sort of thing. Of course, the affair is with my higher self. I don't know if you were thinking anything else there. Pardon me? Okay, well, you don't have to worry. It's with my higher self. And so what I did is on May 12th, actually, I said, okay, I need to do something here. And I started journaling. I've journaled many times in my life, and for different reasons. This one was for me to just get quiet, take a few deep breaths, and just ask for guidance. And then just let myself write, see what comes through. So I do a couple pages every day. There's some days that I miss, but the first few weeks it was every day. And then I read it back to myself out loud. And actually I actually had a few things written down that were in the journal, but I don't have them in memory. But one thing that I remember was it talked about relationships, and it said to me that I am in union and relationship with everyone, and that relationship begins by connecting with someone, by accepting however they feel, by participating in their joy or participating in their sorrow or their disappointment, whatever it may be, without taking it on. And I accept their emotions just as I practice acceptance with my own. And by doing that, by having that acceptance of myself, and if I have a reaction to someone, accepting that, but by practicing acceptance, then the relationship can work, and it can be good. And so I actually did that in a couple of my lunches with past clients. And I noticed a very positive response on their part as I did that. So it's incumbent upon me to remember that all the time. And not just when I have lunches with clients, but in my personal life. And I do, as much as I can, but there are moments I forget. But anyway, this whole thing about who am I and inquiring of my higher self, I thought that that's a very good question, so I'm going to ask you that question today. I have these little pieces of paper. I think you have pencils with your books there. Nancy, you going to help me? Yeah, thank you. So what I'd like you to do, once we get these, if you have nothing, I have a pen right here. Somebody needs it. There you go. What I'd like you to do is just get quiet, and there are some rules to this. For this particular exercise, no titles. You know, like teacher, artist, musician, leader, supervisor, speaker, none of those. No titles. The second rule is no family titles. Mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, son, daughter, brother, sister, none of those. Also, no sexual identities. Also, what else did I have on there? Nothing about the job you have or the relationship you have with specific people. Without your titles, without your family connections, without your political party or your religious or spiritual leanings, without your ethnicity, without race, without any of those things, and actually all of those so-called identities tend to separate us. Because how am I different from everyone else? But who are you without any of that stuff? Just looking inside of you, who are you? So I will be quiet for a few moments here and ask you to just write a few notes. This is just for you. I'm not going to ask you to share with everybody or anything. So go ahead, please. About 10 more seconds. All right, was that easy or hard?
Easy.
Somewhere in between?
Easy.
Yeah? Does anybody want to share? Okay, that's fine.
I have just I am. That's all I could say.
Okay.
I am.
And you know, that's kind of that song is like in the song with Neil Diamond, he feels lonely, he feels lost, but in the middle of that, I am. It's a proclamation. And it's true of us, whatever's going on in our lives, I am. You are. You exist. Yes, John?
I'll share mine.
Oh, please, go ahead.
I am the creation of Holy Spirit, guided by His and her love. I just cannot think of Holy Spirit as just being a He.
Okay.
Holy Spirit guides me both with smile on my face.
All right, thank you, John. Anyone else? Go ahead, Julie.
I'm pure spirit, striving to connect with love, and also living to make a difference in my world.
Thank you. Okay. Last call. Go ahead, Sarah.
I am an encourager, a loyal, kind, and caring human who loves and looks out for others.
Thank you. Okay, all good. Thank you. Whatever you've written is good. I think there are a lot of people in the world, if you ask that question, they have no idea what to write down if they're not putting down titles or relationships or identity of some political, sexual, religious identity. Without those things, people don't know who they are. So it's to your credit if you wrote anything down. Even if you just put I am, because you understand that, as what that means. You don't have to have something after the am. All right. I use the term higher self. And you can use whatever. John uses Holy Spirit. When you do something like what I'm doing here with the journaling thing, or it could also be just speaking. Actually, you could just speak it if you don't get into writing and record it, and then play it back for yourself. There are a lot of ways to do this, but I think it's important to connect with however you want to, with higher self, Holy Spirit, God, angels, spirit guide, archangels, however you want to do it. For me, spirit is all one. And so whatever you name, it's fine, as long as it works for you. So in other words, do something. So what happens then when we truly do this, when we make this connection and we live from this place? Well, now I'm going to give you your notes, and I can use these as my guide.
Oh, Bill.
Thank you.
Okay.
Unplug it, yeah. For those of you who are online, there's 3 areas on the notes. I will read each section so that you know what we're talking about. And the benefit for all of you in having this is you can take it with you. I hear some thunder.
Yeah.
That's exciting for me. I love thunderstorms. Not to be out in the middle of them, but I love them. Watch them from... One time I was on a golf course up in Cadillac, Michigan, and I got about halfway through, and the skies opened up, and I ran under... There was a covering, and there was like 30 other people there, and we had this raging storm that we watched from underneath this. It was really cool. I mean, they did get drenched, but... Anyway, the first thing that happens, or that needs to happen, is that you accept. You accept that you are of divine origin. You are your higher self. You are the Holy Spirit. You are God expressing as you. You are the Christ. However you want to phrase it, you can do that. So what it says here is, accept that you are your higher self. You are an expression of God, Creator, all that is. As your higher self, let go of desire, wanting, hoping, and choose what you want. In so many spiritual writings, we hear about spiritual seekers giving up everything, giving up whatever, and like going to India and wandering around or that sort of thing. I've read plenty of books of people that did that. That's not necessarily the thing you have to do. It's what they chose to do. But you can give up desire and wanting. And what you do instead is that you intend and you choose. So let's say, for myself, I want more work. Sitting around wanting more work actually just pushes work away, because the world is a mirror and it reflects back how I see myself. So if I see myself as wanting more work, then the world agrees with me. Yes, you want more work. But if I choose more work that I like to do, if I intend for it and I choose it, not thinking I have to have it, but just, this is what I'm choosing. And then picture it in my mind. Create a slide in my mind of me doing what I love to do. And then just sit with that. I don't need to be desperate about it. I don't need to hold on to it, because all those things work against me. But knowing that I am my higher self expresses through me and as me, there is no want, there is no neediness, there is no desire as such. There's only choosing. And so by doing this, we can literally choose a different lifeline than the one we're on. I don't know if any of you have ever been to a psychic and they predict things sometimes. They can only predict if they're good, and some of them are good. They can only predict the trajectory of your current lifeline, which means if your lifeline changes, their predictions mean nothing because you're not on that trajectory anymore. So you can change by changing who you are being. So if I go from wanting more work to, you know what? It'd be fun to have more work. I'm choosing that now. And then behaving in such a way, like I did, call up some people, hey, want to have lunch? And I got like 3 appointments to have lunch with people, and just start moving. Now, work might not come from them. I've found through my having a business for over 30 years that I might do a lot of activity over here, and then some opportunity comes from over here that I didn't even expect. The reason is I had the intention and I had the choice. It's not about, am I going to get it here where I'm making my effort. It's about the effort is just in being in alignment with my choice. Does that make sense? So it doesn't come by efforting. It comes by, yes, taking action, but the action is to be in alignment. I can choose to have more work and then sit on my couch and do nothing all day. Or I can reach out and see what's out there. I can be open. So the key then, as your higher self, is choose what you want. The same can be in health and wellness. Do you want to be more well? If you want to be more well, and you're in the state of wanting, then you're pushing the wellness away from you. Choose to be well. Well, then what does that mean? Well, it might mean changing some habits. It might mean doing other things in terms of your body, whatever makes sense. It might mean getting some coaching from someone on whatever, nutrition or some kind of physical movement coaching. It might mean taking classes. It can mean a lot of different things. But it's you, the activities are to put you in alignment with your intention, your choice. I know how powerful this is. And I've told this story many times, so I'll just make it very short. When I was in my mid-30s, I was just talking to John about this, I think. I fell off a roof and broke my hip. And I had a really good orthopedic surgeon. He put a plate, 4 screws, and a pin in my hip. Still there. So that was almost 40 years ago. And one doctor, not my surgeon, but the doctor in the emergency room, said I would never play basketball again and those kind of things, which I loved playing basketball back then. And I remember it not computing when he said that to me. And I looked him in the eye and I said, yes, I will. And so I had the surgery, and 3 months later, I was playing basketball. I did everything I was supposed to do, though. I did the exercises. They were painful because atrophy. I did what I needed to do to move in the direction of health. But I was completely confident that I would have full use of it was my right leg. I would have full use of that leg, and I'd be able to do the things I wanted to do. I just had to go through the process, follow the path to wellness. I don't know what your path to wellness is. It might include treatments. It might include medicines. I don't know. But really what's important is your mindset. That what do you choose for you? And to be bold enough to make that choice. And, I can't prove it to you, but you can prove it to yourself. And it can be also with relationships or anything else in life. What do you choose? And then go for your choice. And you don't make it happen. You allow it to happen. All right, spent a little more time on that than I had planned, but that's okay. I don't have my notes, right? So the second thing is, and I will read this for the benefit of people online, accept your human self. Accept how you feel without judgment. Don't blame self or others for what you feel. You are responsible for how you feel it, and allow it to pass through. We all have emotions. It's part of the human experience. Your emotions are not your fault. You shouldn't stifle your emotions. You shouldn't try to justify them or make excuses for them. You shouldn't even apologize for them. However, if they get out of hand and you behave badly, you can apologize for that. It's what you do with the emotions that matter. There are healthy ways of letting emotions move through you, and of course there are the yelling, screaming at somebody that you care about that you regret kind of ways. But I find that the best way to deal with emotions, whether it's anxiety or anger or anything else, is to sit with it or walk with it and let it be there. Just accept it. It's okay that I feel this way. I don't need to inflict it on anybody. I don't need to tell everybody. I'm not a victim because it's my emotion. No one else put this emotion in me. I put it here. So it's up to me to deal with it. So I accept it. Not only do I accept it, I embrace it. I surround it with love. And what happens then is it passes through you. Emotions are meant to pass through, not to be held on to. We as humans tend to hold on to them, and eventually they become physical disease. Happens to all of us. Or we project them on other people, and it becomes our relationships or our financial situation or our work life, because we're making the world responsible for our pain. And so the mirror of life reflects that right back to us. If I'm at fault for my emotional pain, or if I can't stand to feel it, so I stifle it, then my body reflects that back to me over time. It happens to all bodies. And so whenever I have anything come up, I always look for what is it that I'm not wanting to feel, and how can I embrace that? In the meantime, deal with what is, whatever's going on in my body, of course. So accept your human self. You are a human self. You're divine, but you're also human here. And so it's time to stop with the self-criticism, the criticizing voice. I mean, as soon as you hear it, deal with the emotions it causes. Let yourself feel those emotions, but delete the thoughts. Hit the delete button on those thoughts. I've told myself so many negative stories in my life, and I still find myself wanting to do that, thinking things like, oh, they're not calling me to work, they must not like me, or I must have done something wrong. All that kind of stuff is like, I don't know that to be true. And even if it is, okay, is everybody supposed to like me? Is everybody supposed to want to have me do work for them? No, of course not. So I can delete those thoughts because they're not useful. What would be some useful thoughts? Imagining what I want to be doing, and looking for ways to do that. So accept your human self. And the third part there, I will read this for the benefit of people online. Turn inward and trust your higher self. Talk to him, her. Trust and practice coming to know. All that happens is part of your path. Pray, meditate, journal, ask for guidance, connect. Things happen or they don't happen, and we go, oh no. And yet, it's just part of the path. It's just part of it. So why turn it into drama? It's not proof that what you wanted is not yours. It's not proof that your intention isn't working. It's just part of your path. It's human. We have our ups and downs. There is no human being that I've ever heard of that goes through life and everything is on the upside. I mean, the only one I heard of that had that was Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. And he saw that other people were suffering, and he couldn't stand it, that he was doing so good. So he left his palace and his family and his riches and went out into the world with a mission to figure out, how do we stop suffering? And he lived this incredible life of compassion, and the Buddhist religion. Actually, Buddhism is not a religion. It's practices. It's a set of practices. It's not stuff you believe in. Anyway, it's important to let go of the drama. To let go of, actually, I'll just say it, stop complaining. Yeah, things go bad, let yourself feel the disappointment, let yourself feel the anger, and maybe you vent to somebody who's a good friend of yours, but if you tell several good friends the same sad story, you're not venting anymore. You're complaining and you're actually reinforcing that negativity inside of yourself. The more you talk about it, the more you reinforce it. So am I saying stifle it? No. Let yourself feel it. Feel the whole brunt of it. But stop complaining. Stop with the verbal part, because that's just feeding it. I mostly don't complain to other people, but I complain in my head. So that's where I have to stop. I'm complaining and people don't know it, because it's stealth. Stealth complaining, that's what it is, yeah. And so that's where I have to stop. And I have a lifelong thing. I remember in the past, when I was a teacher, I would paint houses in the summer, and sometimes I would get into negativity, painting a house, and all day I would be in negative drama. And I got out of that habit eventually, but it was tough. And now there are moments, and I go, oh, don't need to go there. So delete those thoughts and find something more positive to think about. But don't try to delete the feelings, because you can't delete feelings. You either project them or you reject them and stifle them. You have to feel the feelings. And if talking to somebody you trust helps you to do that, that's great. But try not to do it in a blaming way. Just let it go. All right. So, review quickly. To connect with your higher self. Journaling or some kind of even dialogue throughout your day. Make that connection. Make a point of doing that every day. I do it throughout the day. I do affirmations too. In terms of identity, I say, I am the presence of love. And I say that to myself every day throughout the day. And other ones that are similar to that. Accept that you are of divine origin. You are God expressing as you. You are your higher self, however you want to call it. That you have a divine origin. You are a spiritual being in this human experience. Secondly, accept your human self. Your weaknesses, your mistakes, your negative emotions especially. Just accept it. It is. Everyone has them. You're not unique in that area. We try to make ourselves special. No, I'm the worst. No, there's probably somebody else that will measure worse than you. Just stop comparing and move through it. Let yourself be that higher self. And yeah, you're going to stumble, but you keep returning to it. Keep returning to it. And then the third part, of course, is to turn within. And when you turn within, you practice coming to know. You don't know what should happen. You have an intention, you want something to happen, you don't know how it should come about. You don't know the details. You don't have control over that. You don't have control over what other people say or think or do. You don't have control over what happens in the world out there. So you let go of that and you practice coming to know that Spirit, my higher self, whatever you want to call it, will inform me as I go. So I am okay with not knowing at the moment. I have this intention, I want this health, or I want this level of work, or I want this level of prosperity. I have no idea how it's going to happen, but I'm trusting the Spirit within will provide me with a path. I'm just going to pay attention and follow that path. I will practice coming to know. If I think I know, then I'm trying to control everything. If I say, oh, that's no good, it's going to ruin everything, now I'm taking control and trying to control it. And that doesn't work. We don't have control. All I have control over is what I think and what I do. And even that's hard enough to control, right? Alrighty, so I think that's all I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Nancy.
We're going to take take a few moments now to put our hands on our hearts and feel that connection as we fill ourselves with gratitude for all the blessings and gifts in our lives, for each other, for our family, our friends, for our resources, for this fellowship, and for all those who generously contribute so that we can be together every Sunday. So John is going to come around with the basket. Please remember to put your prayer cards in there as well. And as we follow him around the room, let's sing I Am Grateful.
I am grateful, grateful, I am grateful, grateful, I am grateful, grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful.
So if you would, please pull out your bulletins and we'll read together the blessing of our tithes and offerings. The light of divine love shines eternally, blessing and multiplying our tithes and offerings. I joyously give, knowing I always have enough to share and to spare. Thank you. And let's take another moment to go within, make that conscious connection with our higher selves, and a conscious connection with all the beautiful beings on this planet. We open our hearts in love, letting that love go out into our world, into our universe. And all those listed in our basket today, all those in need of help, of medicine, of food, of safety, including those who are in need in Texas with all the flooding that's been happening. Our love goes out to everyone, and it finds its way into the hearts of those in need as they awaken to their ability to claim their good, to claim their health and well-being. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you. Another song from Corey. Thank you.
Here's a song by a Northern Irish singer-songwriter named Robin Mark. It's a song about how even when the journey seems long and the night seems exhausting, we have the guiding light of our higher self, our deepest friend, to help us always find our way home. This is called Guiding Light. Oh, the road is wide, and water runs on either side. My shadow in the fading light is stretching out into the night, and the sun is low, but I have yet so far to go. My lonely heart is beating so tired of the wandering. There's a sign ahead, but I think it's the same one again. So I look to you, my only friend, to find my way home. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light, you're my guiding light. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light, you're my guiding light. And the air is cold, blowing through my weary soul, and all these branches cracked like bones, for this weakened tree just barely holds. And though the night is chill, I have not yet lost my will, so I think I'll keep on going till I find my way home. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light, you're my guiding light. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light, you're my guiding light. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light, you're my guiding light. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light, you're my guiding light. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light, you're my guiding light. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light, you're my guiding light. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Corey. That was beautiful. Is that one of yours?
No, that was a Robin Mark,
Right, that's right. You did say
a Northern Irish fellow.
Thank you. Beautiful, though. And thank you, Bill, for your message. Lots of good reminders and lots of things to think about as we go through our week, and we can take our little papers with us for reminders. I want to thank all of you for being here today on this holiday weekend. Thanks to all who are watching online as well, and those who will watch in the future. We welcome you here at the fellowship as well. Just a few announcements. Healing Movements every Monday here at 4 p.m. with Reverend Julie. Chair Yoga on Hold, just a reminder again. Death Cafe is coming up on Saturday, July 19th at 2 p.m. here in the building. And we have our summer picnic fundraiser coming up that same day, Saturday, July 19th at 4 p.m. Please bring a dish to share, and we'll have more details. But it's here, and we'll go back out in the back here if the weather permits.
What time?
4 p.m. And I just want to mention to you, Samantha makes these beautiful bulletins for us. And a couple weeks ago I was thinking, these are perfect bookmarks, and you said that too. So I'm going to, after the end of the month, and we're in the new month, I'm going to cut these out for you, and they'll be out on the table. So just take some home. They're perfect, and this is going to be a beautiful one with this lighthouse. One last thing to recycle, and it's a nice bookmark. Okay, so thank you again for being here, and let's get into our circle and say our closing blessing.
And let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, family are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God is within us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And that's the truth. Not yet. I gotta get. Gotta get married. I don't know how to turn it off. Do you know how to turn this off?
Say that again?
Do you know how to turn this off?
I do not.
Okay. I gotta get married.
It'll be stuck in my head now for the next couple weeks.
How do you turn this